The case has closed for a deposit man. He's sentenced after shooting a state trooper back in 2021. Plus, this month, we are bringing awareness to the harms of gambling. The state of Pennsylvania is making an effort to spread that awareness. Those stories and more as 12 News This Morning starts right now.
From WBNG, the Southern Tier's #1 local news, this is 12 News This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here with us for 12 News This Morning. I'm Jess Lipson. It's 5 o'clock, and today is Thursday, February 27th. We start off with meteorologist Connor Thompson, so let's take a first look at the weather.
Yeah, if you woke up early this morning and you were looking out the window, you might have heard some raindrops, and yeah, we did see some rain push across the region earlier this morning. Now, we are in a dry lull here, but I am expecting to see some more scattered rain develop as we head throughout the morning period, and then finally dry up basically as we head on into the afternoon. So it will not be a bad day to say the least, but make sure you grab an umbrella before you head out the door today. You'll notice that system moving off to the east now, still dealing with some rain to the south of us, and some of those outer bands will reach the area. So that's why it's not a bad idea maybe to grab the umbrella, like I mentioned. Temperatures right now, low to mid-30s, 33 currently in Shenango, 36 in Vestal, 35 at the airport and over in Owego, 37 in Ithaca, 36 in Cortland, 33 in East Sydney Lake, 32 in Sydney for our friends off to the east. Stanford at 32, Margaretville at 32, and Roxbury currently at 30. As you head out the door today, make sure you grab the umbrella. It's going to be a wet one, but it's going to be mild. Look at these temperatures, mid to upper 40s, maybe some spots touching near 50. However, that won't last as we head into March. To let you know what we can expect for the weekend coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Connor. We begin in Broome County, where a deposit man has been sentenced after shooting a state trooper in 2021. 48-year-old Scott Mawiney will serve 30 years to life in prison for attempted murder after shooting trooper Ryan Thorpe. Thorpe was at the time responding to a domestic dispute at Mawiney's home. The shooting forced Thorpe's retirement as a New York State trooper. The sentence is part of a multi-count sentence for other charges, including assault and aggravated assault of a police officer. In a statement provided to 12 News, the state troopers union said, quote, "We are glad to see that justice has been served and that this matter can finally be closed. The brazen attack on Trooper Thorpe served as a reminder of the dangers our members face every day and that any interaction has the potential to turn deadly," end quote. In Pennsylvania, the Department of Environmental Protection opened up the Reducing Industrial Sector Emissions in Pennsylvania, or RISE PA program. The program is open to grant applications from industrial and energy companies, creating nearly 6,000 jobs and reducing air pollution. The program will fund these projects using money from the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. Applications are being accepted until August 29th for the first round of awards. Staying in the Commonwealth, the Pennsylvania Control Board is recognizing Gambling Awareness Month, marking the 22nd year. The yearly designation is designed to increase awareness about the availability of treatment and recovery services for gambling addiction. Those sources include a 24-hour hotline. The number for that hotline is on your screen now. There's also a 24-hour chat hotline available through the Council on Compulsive Gambling of Pennsylvania. Representative Nick Langworthy introduced a bill to streamline broadband permitting access. The bill would make it easier for service providers to improve existing infrastructure and support the expansion of wireless services. This would be done by requiring state and local governments to approve applications for those services within 60 days to ensure necessary upgrades and improvements can proceed without delay. In a statement, Langworthy said, in part, quote, "It is crucial that we cut red tape so these areas can get the service they need," end quote. Shenango Valley High School is partnering with NYSEG to build bird boxes. The boxes will be used to protect the osprey, a federally protected species. The boxes will be installed with cameras, allowing students and the community to better understand our surrounding ecosystem. They'll also provide new homes for the osprey birds, which typically nest on high surfaces such as power lines and utility poles. NYSEG is aiming to use the boxes as a way to relocate the birds off those power lines, promoting population growth. There's a new gallery to check out at the Shenango County Historical Society, and it's all about creativity. The community gallery has been transformed to showcase the artwork of Suzanne Bloom. She's an award-winning author and illustrator who's lived in Shenango County for more than 40 years. The gallery is called Creativity in Bloom, and it features sculptures, illustrations, and a variety of other mediums that bring Susan's work to life. The executive director of the museum says this gallery shows just how important artist contributions are to the county.
Artists have had a significant influence and impact on Shenango County, and honestly, we wanted it to be different. So Suzanne is an artist and an illustrator of children's books, and she's award-winning. And, you know, so it's different mediums that we featured as well. So we like to have a unique representation of all the creative elements and innovations that happen here.
In the illustrations, there are lots of different scenes being depicted, showing a different world, something that draws Suzanne to do this work that she does.
I love the idea that when you hand a picture book over to a child, you're giving them a portfolio, you're giving them a passport to another world. And so that's why I love doing it. I love making up those worlds.
If you want to check out Suzanne's work, she will be at the gallery this Saturday starting at 10 a.m. This weekend also kicks off the Shenango County Historical Society's 2025 season. February is known as Canned Food Month. Canned food can be just as healthy as the produce in Wegmans. In order to make sure everyone has access to it, 12 News' Christina Dillon spoke with the Broome County Health Department about how one of its grants is helping food pantries ensure that canned food is grabbing customers' attention.
We're trying to raise awareness about how canned food is healthy food.
February is Canned Food Month, and there are plenty of options to choose from. The Broome County Health Department is working to remind the public canned food can be just as fresh as the produce section in the supermarket.
Canned food is picked at its peak freshness, and it's preserved right away, so it doesn't lose any of its nutrients in that way. So it's just as healthy as frozen or fresh produce would be.
Opting for canned food can be an inexpensive way to get all the necessary nutrients into your diet. Making sure to read labels and choose low sodium and low sugar options is key.
When people have healthier foods, they're feeling better about themselves, they are in better health, and just overall are happier.
As part of the health department's Creating Healthy Schools and Communities grant, local food pantries get specific guidelines for canned food and help redesigning their space. This ensures healthy options are available to everyone.
If you walk into a store, it tends to be that produce section. We want to mimic that same experience at a food pantry, having healthy food at eye level, having it presented in a really attractive way. That way people want to choose it.
Recently, the grant was utilized by the United Presbyterian Church in Binghamton's food pantry.
The health department came over, healthy eating, and rearranged everything so that the first thing everybody sees are the healthy foods, and the last thing they see are the snacks.
Although February is almost over, canned food serves its purpose year-round, and the grant is readily available.
The grant can also provide fridges and shelving in addition to a redesign to bring the healthy food options to the forefront. If this sounds like something your food pantry could use, or for more information, visit our website, WBNG.com. It's now 5:08, and coming up on 12 News this morning, Wyoming Trudeau is following in the footsteps of a fellow Union Endicott Tiger. We meet our 12 Sports Athlete of the Week and find out how a local Olympian is helping to inspire her to a hopeful state championship. Stay tuned as the Sports Desk is next. But first, we take a live look with our Security Mutual Cam. We'll be back shortly.
Hun, take Airborne. It has 7 key nutrients to help fill those holes your immune system may have.
What holes? New Airborne. 7 immune-supporting nutrients. Our most complete support yet.
Something new is hitting the streets of Cortland County soon. We're Centro. We've run public transportation in upstate communities for more than 50 years. And you'll be seeing our buses out and about in just a few weeks. But we need drivers and mechanics to help us get your friends and neighbors around town. So we're having an open house on Saturday morning, March 8th, at the Cortland Works Career Center on Main Street. Stop down and meet us. You can get more details or apply online at centro.org. That's CENTRO.org.
We're the Sven Squad from Svengoolie, part of Super Sci-Fi Saturday Night.
On MeTV, we're not in the movie. We're just kind of around the movie.
And after Svengoolie...
Holy clockwork, what next?
You'll see a Caped Crusader, Captain Kirk, Kolchak, and a collection of classic sci-fi. The corpse in me is just dying to see them. Corpse?
And no one can talk to a corpse, of course, unless, of course, the famous...
No talking during the show.
Sorry.
Super Sci-Fi Saturday Nights on Binghamton's MeTV.
My name is William Yank. I'm a 23-year-old, 3-time leukemia survivor. One evening, my roommate was trying to talk to me, and I responded to him in a delirium of mess and confusion, and he said, "We're going to the ER immediately." And came back with leukemia. They started me on chemos, they started me on a bunch of antibiotics, but the chemo wasn't exactly working. So my oncologist decided that he wanted to try me with CAR T-cell therapy. And it worked. Leukemia Lymphoma Society was this unforeseen blessing for me because I wouldn't have been able to get CAR T-cell therapy. It got that FDA approval in 2017, and I wouldn't have had that option had the Leukemia Lymphoma Society not moved that forward. We are about 9 months and feeling very healthy, strong, and I live.
To give or get help, visit LLS.org.
It's rivers and mesas and wide open spaces. It's horses and cattle and back in the saddle.
All right, let's move out.
It's a face full of rain and dust on the trail. It's men named Dillon, Cartwright, McCain, and Hale.
That's the way we mean for it to stay.
Weekday Westerns.
Weekdays starting at 1 p.m. on Binghamton's Me TV.
Sundays. It's the new season of Collector's Call on MeTV. We're taking it to the next level with more memorable collections.
Collector's Call, Sunday at 6:30 on Binghamton's Me TV.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Welcome back. The time now is 5:11, and in case you missed it, here's a look at what happened last night in sports.
This is the Jeff Kai's Auto Sports Desk.
A Tiger looks to follow in an Olympian's footsteps. The Sweet 16 hits the hardwood for Section 4, and a black bear and a bearcat make it to Bristol. Welcome to the Sports Desk. Union Endicott has produced some pretty talented runners over the years. The next in the blocks is on her way to states, but before the starting gun goes off for Wyoming Trudeau, the UE senior got a chance to catch up with her idol and win our 12 Sports Athlete of the Week.
That therapeutic moment.
There's such a peace about it.
The runner's high.
It's just time for yourself, time to work on making yourself better and not worry about anyone else.
For Union Endicott's Wyoming Trudeau, it's also about chasing the opportunity to compete amongst the best as she finished first at the state qualifiers.
I was so excited. There was a couple points during the season where I was not sure, oh, am I going to make this or not? And then just as soon as I crossed the finish line, it was just I did it.
When it really counts, especially for our state qualifier meet, she did an amazing job. First place and on to states.
For the second time, Wyoming will be racing against the best runners in the state. After finishing first in the 600-meter last year, she'll be attempting to do the same in 2 weeks.
I don't feel any pressure. I just want to go there and have fun and just run the race of my life. So I'm excited. I think I'm more excited than nervous, I'm just ready to go for it.
And if she does take the top spot for the second year in a row?
I don't even know. Words can't even describe, because when I was a freshman and sophomore, I was getting 5th and 6th, and I was oh, can I do this? And then for it to change so rapidly was just it makes me speechless, because I just feel like the underdog who came up,
Wyoming is no underdog anymore, that's for sure. Especially when your coach puts you in the same conversation as former Union Endicott Tiger, Emily Mackay.
Emily was a former athlete of mine. Would love to take credit for it, but it had nothing to do with it. If you know Emily, you know she is just pure grit and just an amazing, once-in-a-career coach. Wyoming is right there. Wyoming could and can accomplish anything that she wants, and on the same stage as Emily.
For me, that is just insane. I mean, she's just incredible and so talented, and to be even compared to her is such a blessing. So I'm so happy to have made it to this point, and I'm so grateful for everything that has led up to this point, definitely.
Good luck at states, and congratulations to our 12 Sports Athlete of the Week, Wyoming Trudeau.
And that was 12 Sports' Michael Villegas reporting. Bearcat baseball took 2 of 3 over the weekend from Elon College, and in the middle game of the set, freshman Brady Bouchard shut down the Phoenix and earned a pair of awards from the America East. The righty earned the conference's Pitcher of the Week award and its Rookie of the Week honors as well. Bouchard went 6 innings against Elon, striking out 2 and not allowing a run or issuing a walk, while picking up his first win of the season and his first conference award win of his college career. Meanwhile, Cornell senior C.J. Kurse is adding another piece of hardware to his illustrious career. The Big Red Star is the Ivy League Offensive Player of the Week. In a win against the, at the time, number 12 ranked Denver Pioneers, Kurse scored 6 times and added another 2 assists. The preseason Player of the Year has scored 6 goals in all 3 games that Cornell has played this season. Syracuse men's basketball, a winner on Wednesday night as well. Eddie Lampkin Jr. with 14 points and 15 boards. J.J. Starling with 17 of his own in the 74-60 win over the Wolfpack. And speaking of basketball, night number 2 of sectionals tipped off on Wednesday around the Southern Tier as Sweet 16 matchups in both Class C and Class D hit the hardwood for 7 games, all with a shot on in the quarterfinals on the line. Southern Cayuga and Unitigo both hold serve at home and move on to the quarterfinals. The 13-seed Marathon with the upset over Elmira Notre Dame, the Olympians, with a winner 53-42 on the road. Bottom half of the bracket, the Bulldogs with a win in the 10-7 matchup with Candor Delhi on to the next round. They face Green, Moravia, and Union Springs, both double-digit winners as well on Wednesday. Just one game on the slate in Class D. Purple Devils, a 9-point winner over Hunter Tannersville. Franklin will now face top seed South Courtright Andes, that in the quarterfinals. If you've woken up the past couple of weekends to SportsCenter as I do every Sunday, you would notice some familiar names being said from the Bristol SportsCenter set. 2 of the 607's best have been featured in back-to-back weeks on ESPN's flagship show's Top 10. Black Bears captain Tyson Kirkby, the first to make it to the mothership's airwaves. Kirkby found himself at number 5 on the top 10 list after putting the biscuit in the basket in Binghamton's win over the Venom.
It's definitely pretty cool. I, never thought that it would make it even during the game. Like, I knew it was a nice goal, but I never thought it would kind of go viral the way it did. But shout out to the media team and sending in the clip, and waking up in the morning and seeing yourself on TV is always pretty cool.
Bearcats men's lacrosse team captain Liam Ferris, the attacker, followed a week later as his between the legs goal here against Marist made it all the way to number 4 on the countdown.
I didn't find out until I saw it. I was sitting in my living room with a couple of my roommates, and we were just watching. We were like, oh, is that from today? Like, oh, it'd be funny if it was on there. And then it was on there, so it was pretty funny.
That's it for us at the Sports Desk this morning. We are back at 5:30 and 6 p.m. with the latest class, the 10th historic class of the Greater Binghamton Hall of Fame. So stay tuned for that. But until then, here is your first alert forecast.
We're seeing some rain showers push across on our Thursday morning. The good news is, not look like it's giving us much in the way of any significant issues. You'll also notice up in the highest of elevations, we're seeing some snow mix on in as well. Could cause for some slick spots over in Delaware and even over towards Otsego County. So just take it easy on the roadways as you head out this morning. The wider view showing some drier air moving on in here. Not really looking at much in the way of any significant rain during the afternoon. This is mainly going to be a morning-based event. So let's take a look at those headlines where, scattered rain will be the game today, but it won't be widespread, and I think, like I just mentioned, a lot of it will taper off before the afternoon. Parade day, however, that's looking like it's going to be a bit messy with temperatures dropping and some rain and snow showers. We're going to get a blast of Arctic air for our Sunday, but fear not, temperatures will start to warm right back up as we head into next week with the possibility of seeing temperatures near 50 degrees. So, for today, for the bus stop forecast, look at that, cloudy with a few scattered rain showers. The raincoat wouldn't be the worst idea. The good news is, heading on back from school, look at those temperatures. Mid to upper 40s and relatively dry here. So not going to be the worst day, not going to be the best day, but something we're keeping an eye on. Dealing with some breezy conditions this afternoon, winds up to near 30 miles an hour, so just keep an eye on your trash cans like me. We got to keep a close eye on that. But overall, those winds will quickly die down, and then as we head on into Friday, I'm expecting to see more windy conditions. I don't think we're going to see upwards of near 30 miles per hour, but 20, 25 mile per hour gusts can't be ruled out. So just keep that in mind for anything you might have outside. But then you'll notice those winds will quickly subside heading on into Friday afternoon. Let's take a look at future track where, by around the noon hour, if you're up here in Cortland County, Chenango County, even over towards Otsego County, we are looking at some rain. But then most of the rest of the day is looking pretty quiet. We are looking at some lake effect snow starting to develop, though, as we head on into the overnight period Winds are going to be in the area where we could start seeing some light snowfall accumulation here across the region. Most of the day tomorrow, though, is looking dry. As we head on into the afternoon period, we'll notice some snow starting to build back in ahead of that next clipper system. I want to stress, I think this is a bit overdone. I don't think it's going to move in quite as fast, but we are expecting to see a snow onset before a wintry mix arrives for Saturday. And you'll notice as we head into Saturday afternoon, yeah, looking at some snow showers and some rain showers. Quick looking at the rainfall forecast heading into Friday afternoon. About a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain. No real concerns with that. Temperature-wise today, we're looking at temperatures mid to upper 40s, maybe low 50s across the region. A spring-like day, however. Those temperatures quickly drop. Heading into our day on Friday, waking up low 20s. Heading on into the afternoon, though, those temperatures start to rise. Early, or late highs, I should say, will be in the upper 30s. But look what happens as we head towards the day on Saturday. Yeah, you might be thinking, oh, look, upper 30s, we're going to be good by 2 o'clock, right as the parade is starting. It's not going to be great. Temperatures are going to drop about 12 to 15 degrees as we head on into Saturday afternoon. So make sure you bundle up if you're heading out to the parade. Sunday forecast showing a cold stretch heading into Sunday. But look what happens as we head into next week. Temperatures rebound, 44 on Tuesday, nearing 50 on Wednesday with a few rain showers.
All right, so like the only day that's really a rough one is going to be the one where everyone's going to be outside.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how it works. We can only have one nice weekend, you know.
Yep.
That's the rule. We can't have consecutive back-to-back weekends.
Now, are you prepared to be running after your garbage can today? Do you think that?
I know. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. They come early in the morning, and the winds are looking like in the afternoon, so I should be good. Finally, for the first time in like a month and a half.
Perfect. We're all happy for you.
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah. Thanks, Connor. The time now is 5:21, and let's take a look at some of today's top health stories.
Another potential impact of climate change, it could speed up our aging. A study by the University of Southern California found greater exposure to extreme heat accelerates biological aging in older adults. People living in areas where the temperature is 90 degrees or higher half the year had 14 months of additional biological aging compared to people in cooler areas. Social media influencers on Instagram and TikTok give overwhelmingly misleading health information. A study by the University of Sydney looked at influencers' posts about 5 controversial medical screenings and found most influencers never once mentioned they were paid to promote the tests, and they often never mention the potential harms of the tests. Misleading social media health information is now considered a public health crisis. Many school teachers are concerned that their male students are being influenced by misogyny online. A study in PLOS ONE showed more than half of teachers have extreme concern that influencers like members of the incel movement are teaching toxic misogyny to kids. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Get President's Day savings all month long. Lease an all-electric BZ4X for $159 a month, or lease RAV4 with all-wheel drive for just $329 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Every day, the Storm Track 12 weather app is there, keeping you informed and notifying you before the conditions outside hit your area, providing easy access to current weather updates wherever you are. Download the free Storm Track 12 weather app for up-to-date forecasts and radar. The Storm Track 12 weather app, sponsored by UHS.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Hi. They're a tag team of legal eagles.
My name is Mason.
Ben Matlock.
A duo of courtroom commanders.
Are you sure?
And they're both part of the...
Objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection.
Objection Connection.
Your witness, Mr. Berger.
Gotcha.
So put a little habeas in your corpus with Ben and Barry.
Weekdays starting at 9 a.m. on Binghamton's MeTV.
No further questions.
Washington Media Scholars Foundation, proudly celebrating over 15 years of empowering college students through scholarships, career opportunities, and industry connections. Compete for over $150,000 in scholarships and an all-expense-paid networking trip to Washington, D.C. Connect with top media companies, enhance your media skills, and advance your career. Visit mediascholars.org to learn more.
My name is William Yank. I'm a 23-year-old, 3-time leukemia survivor. One evening, my roommate was trying to talk to me, and I responded to him in a delirium of mess and confusion, and he said, "We're going to the ER immediately," and came back with leukemia. They started me on chemos, they started me on a bunch of antibiotics, but the chemo wasn't exactly working. So my oncologist decided that he wanted to try me with CAR T-cell therapy. And it worked. Leukemia Lymphoma Society was this unforeseen blessing for me because I wouldn't have been able to get CAR T-cell therapy. It got that FDA approval in 2017, and I wouldn't have had that option had the Leukemia Lymphoma Society not moved that forward. We are about 9 months and feeling very healthy, strong, and I live.
To give or get help, visit LLS.org.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Well, as we had the door this morning, we are looking at rain showers. Yeah, rain, not snow, but rain. And we are looking at those temperatures warming up nicely into the mid-40s. Make sure you grab that umbrella before you head out. Windshield wipers are going to be a plus on the roadways. The good news is a lot of this rain will start tapering off as we head on in to the afternoon. So I think the afternoon is looking dry with those mild conditions. I am tracking changes, though, heading into the beginning of March. Let you know what we can expect. Coming up, my full forecast in about 20 minutes or so.
Thanks, Connor. The time now is 5:26, and coming up next, a deadline has been made by the president to implement the tariffs. We have what you need to know on the 25% hike for international imports. Now here's a live look with our Security Mutual cam outside. Connor and I will have more with a brand new half hour of 12 News after the break.